Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Bragi Dash. Now these are truly wireless smart earphones. Now I've been getting a lot of requests to check these out, been hearing some good reviews and some bad reviews, so we're going to settle this once and for all. Now if you watch my videos, you know my favorite gym headphones are the Samsung Gear Icon X. But there's three little issues with these headphones. First, the battery. Now this has a 47 milliamp battery that's going to give you 1.5 hours when you're streaming music and 3 hours when you're playing music that's saved directly to the device. Next, these are not water resistant. All right, now they're splash proof and sweat proof, but you can't submerge them. And number three, these only work on Android devices. So if you got an iPhone or Windows device, you asked out. Now the Bragi Dash, that should solve all three of those issues. These do work on Android, Windows, and iOS devices. The battery life is supposed to last you 3 hours on streaming music and 6 hours when you have music stored directly to the headphones, which I'm inclined to believe because you got a 100 milliamp battery as opposed to 47 milliamps on the Gear Icon X. And lastly, these are water resistant up to 3 feet. All right, so now you could submerge these. You can't go deep sea diving, but you could get in the pool. Now, on a side note, you can get these from Amazon.com. I'll throw the link up in the description. They're going to run you $300. All right, so let's check these out. Beautiful looking presentation. The Dash truly wireless smart earphones. Let's see what you get in the box. All right, you get your fit sleeves, 4 different sizes, extra small, small, medium, and large. You get the Dash and the charger. You get the slide, that's the aluminum protection. You get a USB cable, that's micro to USB. And you have to download the free Bragi Dash app that works on iOS, Android, and Windows. Okay, let's see now. Listen. All right, so you got full rich sound with nose balanced armature speakers, truly wireless, no wires at all. Music playback from the Dash, 4 gigs of internal storage, and music playback from the phone. That means you can stream wirelessly. Now you also have a fitness tracker, track your performance, measure your body vitals, real-time acoustic feedback, and waterproof up to 1 meter, which is 3 feet. And you can also communicate. Now you have intuitive touch controls, works as a Bluetooth headset. Now you can hear nothing with the passive noise cancellation or hear everything with audio transparency. Now the Gear Icon X has that feature, but that's a gimmick. Doesn't really work. So we'll put that to the test. Let me grab the little unboxing knife. Shout out to the little unboxing knife back from vacation. Rah. Let's check these out. $300. Now keep in mind the Samsung Gear Icon X, those are $200. Okay, nice looking presentation though. Here we go, Bragi Dash. Let's see now, what is this? This looks like some kind of book. Okay, I gotta get another knife. Here we go again. Got the Batman for the small cuts. Rah. Okay. Now this is actually your instruction book. Oh, I like how they set this up. Okay, so get started, activate and charge the Dash. Okay, so these are basically your instructions. File through these if you need to. Now inside, okay, a little pull tab. All right, didn't work. Here's your micro USB to USB charging cable, really short. Let's see what this is. This looks like your aluminum cradle. Now this has a cutout, so you can actually see the headphones charging. It is aluminum. It's your usual books and shit. File that to the side. Let's see what this is now. This should be your different fit sleeves. Okay, so you got 4 different sizes. I think the extra small are pre-installed. You got small, medium, and large. And here's your headphones. Okay, they got these in here really good. I like that. Okay, here we go. So here's the headphones. Looks nice. Here's your micro USB. Now you can also use this to update the firmware. You got a little LED light. And that's pretty much it. Now these have magnets inside. That's another difference between the Icon X. These, they just float around in here. And you close these and they charge. Now these have actual magnets. You see that? Look, I'm gonna just drop it right on here. And they start charging up. Now see, these don't fall out. All right, so less chance for you to lose these. All right, so let's plug them in and get started. Now these should activate automatically. There you go. You got some red lights. Okay, so we'll plug them in. This is, let's see, left and right now, just to make sure. Got a little left and a right. So we'll put these in. We'll pair them up and see how they sound. And this is going to be a 2-part video. I'm going to actually take these to the gym in a minute, and we're going to put these to the test. Okay, now just putting them on. They do fit nice and snug. I might have to switch to the next size ear cups. I heard a little beep. Now you're supposed to hold down, press down on the right side to pair it up Bluetooth to your phone. Now the left side is for activity tracking. The right side is for all your music action. All right, so let's go to Bluetooth. And we'll pair this up in real time. All right, so the dash just popped up. Of course, I hit the wrong button. All right, so let's try that again. We'll wait for this fresh E-bar. Matter of fact, let's cancel that. Let's pair the dash up. Okay, unable to pair. Let's scan again. We'll try that again. So hold down the right button. It's in pairing mode. Dash popped up again. Now, one of the main issues that people have been saying about these dash headphones is the connectivity issues. Let's try this again. Okay, here we go. Unable to pair. All right, so what I'll do is, all right, now, I'm doing this in real time. You might go through the same problems. Let's put them back in the cradle. This usually resets them. All right, I'll turn my Bluetooth off and on, and we'll try this one more time. All right, so I'm turning the Bluetooth off on the phone. Now we'll turn it back on. Let's try this one more time. Now these slap in real quick. Okay. Just like that. You get a little alert once you put them in your ears. You get a voice prompt that says, "Hi, I'm the Dash." All right. Now, let's try to pair these up. Oh boy, here we go. Might have to take it to the book. All right, unable to pair. All right, so let me pause the video. I might have to take it to the book like a sucker, but we'll get right back. Okay, here we go now. Now, what happened was it was given a little voice prompt showing you how to use it. You had to wait till the voice prompt ended. Okay, so now here's your Bluetooth pairing request. Now it said tap on the right side or nod your head to confirm. I just nodded my head. Oh, that's cute. It said nod your head to confirm if you want to pair. I just shook my head like you're saying yes, and it paired right up. So you have some head motion gestures. I like that. All right, so now we got to connect it to the app. So here goes the Bragi app. All right, so let's open this up. Now search for the dash. Now for this one, you're supposed to hold down on the left earbud. We'll keep holding that for a minute. And we'll see now a little, okay, the dash, connecting. Okay, long press on these. This is what happens when you don't want to read the book for nothing. You got to learn stuff the hard way. But that's how we roll, the hard way. All right, so let's try this again. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so we finally got it paired up. Now, what happened was you had to hold down on the left earbud until it gives you a specific pairing code. Now, I was putting in the wrong pairing code. I was putting all zeros or 1, 2, 3, 4, but you had to just wait a second, and it's going to give you a specific secured pairing code. It was like 6 different numbers. All right, so now these are connected, and it said battery low. All right, so let's breeze through some of the features on the app real quick. You got your activities. Let's see, running, cycling, swimming. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. All right, we'll play with that in a minute. Your sound. Now, there's your audio transparency, your master volume. Okay, profile. We'll set that up in a minute. Your settings. Okay, the dash name, feedback, calibration, and your services. Now, one thing I will say, let me get these out. Noise cancellation seems pretty good. Can't hear nothing while these are in your ears. Now, I'm going to test the active noise cancellation outside, and I'm also going to test that pass-through feature where you're supposed to be able to still hear ambient noises. It's kind of gimmicky on the icons. We'll see how it works on these. All right, so what time is it? All right, it's 9:30. All right, I'm about to take it to the gym right now. I'm going to do a full workout. I'm going to let these charge up for about 30 minutes first, and then we'll test the sound, and I'll get back to y'all with my final verdict. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, now real quick before we head out, let me show you how to charge these up. All you have to do, slide them into this aluminum case. And if you notice, you can see your lights through that little cutout right there. Let's plug these in. Hit charge. And let's see if we get any, there you go, you see your lights in there? All right, so we're gonna let this charge up. Talk amongst yourselves again. All right, y'all, so we back in. Now, I just got back from the gym. I did a full workout while using the Bragi Dash, and I gotta tell y'all, on a scale of 1 to 10, these are a go. I am definitely feeling these. Now, at the end of the video, I'll do a little comparison between the Bragi Dash and the Gear Icon X. No reason for me to make a separate video because there ain't really too much to talk about. All right, so let's start with the Bragi Dash. Now, y'all know, they call me Petty Roosevelt. Whenever I get a new product, the first thing I do is try to figure out everything that I don't like, and then I figure out everything that I do like. I weigh the pros and the cons, and if the pros outweigh the cons, that's a product that I'm gonna like. And that's the case with the Bragi Dash. This is definitely a product that I'm gonna like. Now, after using these all night in the gym, there's only one thing that I found that I really don't like. And we'll start with that first. The only thing I don't like about these headphones is using them to make phone calls. Now, there's no easy way to put this. When it comes to using the Bragi Dash to make phone calls, the Dash is trash. All right, y'all remember Pulp Fiction? Ned is dead? Same thing. The Dash is trash. Now, let me tell y'all what happened. So when I got to the gym, I plugged in the headphones, connected them to the app. I started working out. Then I called my daughter on the phone and tried to have a little conversation. And I asked her, how does my voice sound? And she said, it sounds a little bit muffled. It sounds a little bit crazy. So I said, okay, cool. Now I was in the gym with the music playing and all that. So I said, let me take it to the locker room. So I went in the locker room. It's a little bit more quiet. And I said, how does my voice sound now? And it still sounded muffled. So I said, okay, cool. I'll call you back. So now I go outside the gym in the parking lot. It's empty. It's quiet. I said, let me make another phone call. Let me call up one of my homeboys. So I called him up on the phone and I told him, I'm testing out these new headphones. How does the call quality sound? How does my voice sound? And this is exactly what he said. He said, it sounds like you need to get your money back. I started laughing. I said, okay, cool. I said, let me make one more phone call just to be safe. So I called my brother up, told him the same thing, testing out these new headphones. He said, how much you paid for them? I said, $300. He just bust out laughing. Now, after I told him what they really was, then he was like, okay, I understand. But as far as the headphones part, they sound like trash. All right, so that's the only thing I don't like about these headphones. Now, call quality on the incoming end, I can hear the person just fine. But the problem is them hearing you. Now, is that a big deal? Could be. I wouldn't recommend buying these if you plan on using these at work as a Bluetooth headset, you know, to talk on the phone all day. I would definitely recommend getting some LG Platinums or some Samsung Gear Circles. Get something else. Get a regular Bluetooth headset. Don't spend $300 on these just to talk on the phone. The Dash is trash. All right, that's the only thing that I don't like. Now, let's get into everything that I do like. Number one, the price. Now, I don't necessarily like the price, $300. That is kind of steep for some gym headphones. But if you look at the big picture, everything that you're getting and the quality of these headphones, $300, right on par. Now, I spent $300 for the Gear Icon X, even though these are $200 now. And I still don't feel like I got jerked on these. You're definitely not going to feel like you got ripped off if you buy the Bragi Dash. Next, the build quality. Now, the build quality on these, excellent. The best part about these is this aluminum shell right here. All right, you got to feel the quality of this. All right, it's heavyweight. When you put this in your bag, you're going to know it's in there. As far as the headphones, you get these nice bright LEDs. They do change colors. They flash. The headphone quality itself feels good. Doesn't feel like a little cheap plastic headphones. Feels nice. And another part about the headphones. Now, shout out to Xerxes. This is prime trolling hours for her. Another good thing about the headphones is the little magnets in the base. So now when you put these in here, they're not going to fall out. All you got to do is line them up and they'll magnetize into place. You can shake them, they don't come out. All right, so the build quality on these, excellent. Next, let's talk about the fit. How do these fit in your ear? These fit perfectly. Now, I did change the size. They come with the extra small tips pre-installed. I changed to small instead of extra small. You don't want to get them too big. You want to get them kind of small, so this way when they sit in your ear canal, they'll be nice and snug. Now, the problem with a lot of headphones, when you start sweating or when you get wet, they start to loosen up in your ears. So you want to put the smaller tips on. I was sweating bullets up in there, and these didn't move at all. And I did my shake test, my cartwheels, backflips. All right, I didn't really do a backflip, but I did a cartwheel. I did half of a cartwheel. But I was jumping around all over the place. These fit perfectly. They're not going to come out of your ears. Next, battery life. Now, that's the main selling point on these as opposed to the Gear Icon X, the battery life. Now, when you're streaming music on these, you're going to be able to stream music for 3 hours straight. And if you put music directly onto the headphones, you got 4 gigs of storage, that's about 1,000 songs, you'll be able to play music for about 6 hours. Now, I already know for a fact that these last longer than the Gear Icon X because I was streaming music for 1 hour and 45 minutes, and I still had plenty of battery left over. So battery on this is a major go. Next, the sound. Let's talk about the sound quality. Now, these headphones, they're not going to blow you away with the sound. They sound nice and loud, crystal clear, nice amount of bass, but these ain't some Beats, some Power Beats wireless. You're not going to get that head pounding, earth shaking bass. But they sound good. Now, in my gym, in the middle of the night, it's a lot of Puerto Ricans that be up in there. Shout out to the Mira squad. And they be playing that bachata music. Now, don't get me wrong. My bachata dancing skills is on point. But in the middle of the night when you're trying to work out, sometimes you don't want to hear that shit. So these headphones are loud and clear enough to drown out all of the music in the background. So the sound quality in these, not the best in the world, but they sound good. All right, I would say good. Not great, not excellent. I think a set of Jaybirds might sound better. But for wireless headphones, the sound sounds pretty good. Now, the Gear Icon X, I would say, sound a little bit better. Next, now let's talk about that audio transparency feature. Now, this is a major go with these headphones. I thought it was going to be a gimmick because it's pretty gimmicky on the Icon X. Now, what that feature is, when you're wearing it, once you put these headphones in your ears, I was trying to hold these in my hand so Xerxes don't go crazy. Let me just cover them up real quick. When you put these headphones in your ears, it's going to get super quiet. So now if you're not listening to music and somebody's trying to talk to you, it's going to be hard to hear them. When you activate audio transparency, you're going to be able to hear them a little bit better. Now, it's not mind-blowing, but it really works. And it works even better with hearing your own voice. So if y'all notice, when I first started doing the video and I put these in, I might have been talking extra loud. When you put headphones on, you don't realize how loud you're talking. When you activate audio transparency, you'll be able to hear your own voice. It's going to sound a little robotic. Sounds kind of cool if you ask me, but at least you know how your voice sounds and you won't be yelling with your headphones on. So if you do happen to be wearing these at work and you swipe, now to activate it, all you got to do is swipe and you activate audio transparency and you have to talk to somebody. You don't have to take the headphones out and you'll be able to judge how loud you're talking. All right, so I love that feature. Next, let's talk about the trackpad or the touchpad. Now, the touchpad on this, it definitely works 100%. Now, this is a nice build on this. It doesn't just slip right out. You got to really take this out. The touchpad on these, they work. Now, if y'all remember on the Icon X, I complained that the touchpad was just a little bit too sensitive. This one is a little bit less sensitive. And I like that because this way, if you have to adjust the earphones while they're in your ears, You're not going to accidentally swipe and touch something. You don't want to start a workout program, accidentally skip your song. You can move these around in your ear because when you put them in different positions in your ear, you get more bass. So if you stick them and turn them into your ear canal, you get a little bit more bass. If you don't want so much bass or you want to be able to hear a little bit more, turn them the other way. So when you're touching these, you're not going to accidentally trigger the touchpad, but the touchpad is nice and sensitive and it works 100% of the time. Next, let's talk about the app. Now, the app on this is pretty good and it's really functional. In order for me to show you that, I'm going to have to take these headphones out because in order to use the app, you got to activate the headphones. All right, so I'm going to put them in real quick. Why not? Okay, I put one ear in. So here's the app. Now you can see it's connected. You got right and left. Now when you go to right controls all of your music. So you see, and the good thing about this, it tells you. So you don't have to memorize this stuff. It tells you right here. When you want to control the volume, you just swipe back and forth, volume up, volume down. When you're using your internal music player, right? When you want to play and pause, all you do is tap one time on the right ear, play and pause. When you want to get to the next trap. I know I'm in trap mode. When you want to get to the next track, you tap it twice. When you want to get to the previous track, tap it 3 times. Now here's a cool feature that the icons don't have. If you want to fast forward. Now if you want to fast forward to a specific spot in the song, you tap it twice and then hold it. And you got your skip search. And you can also rewind just like that. Tap it 3 times, then hold, and then you'll rewind the song. So that's cool if you want to keep playing your favorite verse of the song. Now, if you want to enter your playlist, all you do is tap and hold the right earphone. Shout out to Xerxes, messing up my concentration. Tap and hold the right earphone, that'll enter your playlist menu. Now, once you enter the playlist menu, same kind of controls, tap, 2 taps, 3 taps, hold, select playlist, next playlist, previous playlist, exit playlist. Now, when you connect to your external music player, same thing. All right, same kind of controls. Now, when you get in the phone call, when you want to answer the phone call, you can just tap it once. If you want to reject or end the phone call, you just hold it down, and that'll end it. Now, here's another cool feature. You can use right dash only, right? So you want now, just like I got it in right now, if I did want to use this as a Bluetooth headset, I could just use the right side only. And if you notice, that's why the green light is on the right side only, because I only have one side in. So I could use that as, just as a Bluetooth headset, and I could put it in standby mode. Save battery. Now, when you activate the left side is all your fitness tracking activity. And also that turns on your audio transparency. So if you tap that once, swipe that, that'll turn on audio transparency. Now that's kind of cool. So I was playing around with that in the gym. When you're walking around with the headphones on, when your boy come up to you and want to say what's up, you don't have to take the earphone out. All you got to do is swipe once, that'll activate audio transparency. You can have your little conversation, and then swipe again, and that'll deactivate it. All right, now when you want to enter your activity menu, all you do is hold down on the left earphone, and that'll put you in your activity menu. Tap it once, start and end activity. Tap it twice, next activity. Tap it 3 times, previous activity, and you tap it and hold it. That'll exit your activity menu. Okay, now during your activity, here's your menus. Same thing. All right. Now, let's look at some other stuff. Now, as far as activities, you only got 3 activities that's built into the stock app. You got running, cycling, and swimming. Now, when you click on this, if you start it, you get a voice prompt. It'll start the activity. You got to have both of them on. You started the activity. Now, if you want to take your heart rate, you just tap on it, take your heart rate. You can monitor your steps, your distance, the duration, and your calories. And then you hit end, and it'll take you to a summary. All right, then you can review it. This is the last one I just did. Okay, now I was just playing around my little night ride, 23 seconds, major cardio, average heart rate, 52 beats per minute, doing cardio laying in the bed. You get the idea. All right, what else? Now, here goes your macros. Now, your macros are basically your gestures. Now, you got 2 gestures. These are basically for answering and ending phone calls. And these work great. So now if you're in the gym or you're riding your bike or you're doing whatever you do and you get a phone call, if you want to answer the phone call, you just shake your head up and down. Just like if you're saying yes to somebody, you shake your head up and down and that'll answer the phone call. Now, if you want to reject the phone call, all you do is shake your head left and right and that'll reject it. Now, I tested these out and they work. That's a hot little feature right there. Definitely feeling that. As far as the sound, you got your volume controls. You can control it from the earphone or directly from the app. You got your audio transparency. We already went over that. You got your profile. Now you can set up your profile, your email address, your name, your weight, your height, all that other good stuff. They'll email you with workout programs. You got your settings. Now you can change the name. Here's your light feedback. All right, now the light feedback shows you that you could turn on the LEDs, turn them all off and on. You can calibrate the headphones, change the units. You can activate GPS for when you're doing your bike runs. Basic stuff. And you got your services. So you got your user's manual, tutorial videos, customer support, rate the app, about dash, software update. All right, so you check it, make sure you got the latest software. If there was an update, plug in your micro USB cable right to the computer, download the update. All right, so that's pretty much it for the app. The app is a go. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people was complaining about the Bluetooth connectivity, saying that the songs was dropping, or like when you're streaming music, the headphones keep on disconnecting. Now, from the little bit of research that I did, I think that was before they did the update. So that's people that probably got these headphones maybe 2 months ago or 3 months ago. I heard they had about 3 updates since then. I didn't lose any connections. And I did a full workout for about 1 hour and 45 minutes, and I was lounging around the gym, just playing with the headphones, just talking and showing them to people. Battery lasted, didn't lose any connections. All right, so the app is a go. Next, the voice prompts. Now, voice prompts, that don't really sound like a big deal, but the voice prompts on this, amazing. You're gonna have this lady robotic voice, but it's very intuitive. And it goes into a lot of detail. Like when you want to do the calibration, it's not just going to be some cheesy voice prompt like, please lift head. No, it's going to be a nice voice prompt. It sounds like some Star Trek kind of futuristic robot really talking to you. She's going to tell you to lift your head up, look straight forward while she's calibrating. If you move around, it's going to be like, sorry, it didn't work. Let's try it again. Real intuitive, real nice, just really good. What's the word I'm looking for? Well put together. All right. Really well put together voice prompts. Feeling that. Now, the Gear Icon X does have voice prompts too, but not as good as the Dash. All right. One more thing. Now, the water resistance. Now, that's one thing I couldn't really test because y'all know black people don't really be swimming like that. But I did, up in the gym, I was sweating bullets, no problems. Afterwards, I always wash my face. I don't like taking showers in the gym, but I was washing my face, and just because I know I was testing out to see if these gonna, get wet, so I was going kind of crazy in the sink. Got these fully drenched, no problems. Now, they're supposed to be water resistant up until about 3 feet. So you can take these in the pool, you can go swimming, take these in the rain, do whatever you do. I did a little test, and they still look and work fine, but you might want to take them in the pool and test them yourself, but I'm pretty sure they work. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, these are a go. Like I said, the only thing I don't like is using them for phone calls. When it comes to making phone calls, the Dash is trash. I like that saying. The Dash is trash. Other than that, these are a go. Now let's do a little quick comparison with the same checklist with the Gear Icon X. First up, the price. Now the Gear Icon X, you could get these right now for $200. The Bragi Dash, you're gonna pay $300. Does it justify the difference? I would say yes. All right, the Bragi Dash definitely justifies the difference. Next, build quality. Now, as far as the actual headphones themselves, they look the same. All right, they pretty much about the same kind of build to them. But I will give it to the Dash when it comes to the battery charging cradle. Now, on the Icon X, no magnets on these. You put these in, you lock them in, you do get lights. So you got green when they fully charge, and right now they red. Now with the Bragi Dash, you get the nice magnets, you get your LED, and when you put the case on, what am I doing? When you put the case on, it has that cutout so you can still see the LEDs underneath. Now these will change colors to let you know when it's no battery red, medium battery. It's like this like bluish kind of color, then green. All right, so you got different color LEDs, but the battery charging cradle is just that aluminum. This is plastic. This is aluminum, so this is twice as heavy. So build quality goes to the Bragi Dash. All right, the Dash is not trash when it comes to the build. Next, the fit. Which one of these fit better? Now, kudos to Samsung, kudos to Bragi. Both of them hit a home run with these. Both of these fit perfectly. All right, I have no problems with the gear icons, no problem with the Bragi Dash. You could do all your cartwheels and backflips and somersaults. These ain't gonna fall out. And when you get wet in the gym and you get, super sweaty, these ain't gonna fall out of your ears. All right, so when it comes to the fit, they're both 100% perfect. Next, battery life. Now, this is kind of crazy. The Icon X has a 47 milliamp battery. The Bragi Dash has a 100 milliamp battery. So you get double the battery life. Meanwhile, these are pretty much the same size. So it kind of stands to reason. Why would Samsung choose to put that small of a battery when they could have probably fit a 100 milliamp battery and double the battery size? I don't know. Now, on a side note, even though you only get an hour and a half worth of streaming music, you get 3 hours with storage music. I kind of like the 1.5 hours of streaming music because that kind of puts me into the mood when I get to the gym that I can't go there and play around. So when I break out my Icon X and I put them in, I know, and one thing about these Icon X, you really only get an hour and a half. You don't get an hour and 35 minutes, hour and 37 minutes. As soon as it hits 1.5 hours, these shits is cutting off. So the good thing about that is as soon as I plug these in, I plug them into my ears, I start working out, I know I got 1.5 hours. That's about all I need in the gym. So that will stop me from taking selfies and playing around on Instagram and fooling around trying to find my favorite song. When I got the Samsung Icon X in, I know I only got an hour and a half, and that forces me to do my workout. Now with the Bragi Dash, you got more time, so that's since you got more time, basically unlimited time. Ain't nobody up in the gym for more than 3 hours. You got more time to be fooling around on Twitter and Instagram and going selfie crazy. All right, so battery life, the Bragi Dash does win though. Next, now the audio transparency feature. Both of these have that. On the Gear Icon X, it's pretty much a gimmick. When you activate it, it just makes it sound a little bit more hollow. You can hear a little bit more ambient noise, but it's nothing like on the Bragi Dash. When you activate it on the Bragi Dash and you start talking, you can hear your own voice. So I'm definitely feeling that. Next, the touchpad. Now the touchpad on the Icon X, super sensitive, almost too sensitive. But once you get the hang of it, you'll learn how to use it, but it's just super sensitive. That could be a good thing to some people, bad thing to another person. But the good thing about it is once you get the hang of it, you don't have to, fumble around with it. You just touch it a little bit and it works. Bragi Dash, they work, but they're not as sensitive. Next, the app. Now, I got to give it to Samsung, S Health. The app is all around better than the Bragi Dash app. Now, the Bragi Dash app is great. It's fully functional, but you already know S Health got your water intake. S Health is just way more in detail. You got your O2 sats. S Health is way better. So if you're buying these for a fitness tracker, now I'm not really into all that fitness stuff. I'm just buying these to listen to music in the gym. But if you're really going fitness crazy and you want the app to go with it, then you're going to have to get the Icon X. Next, the voice prompts. The Bragi Dash wins in the voice prompt department. The Icons X, they do have voice prompt, but it's definitely not as intuitive as on the Bragi Dash. And next, water resistance. Now the Icon X, these are splash proof and sweat proof, but you can't submerge them. The Bragi Dash, you can submerge up to 3 feet. So the Bragi Dash wins. And lastly, two more. Bluetooth headphones. Now, which one is better to use for headphones? That, without a doubt, goes to the Icon X. Now, one thing I will say about the Icon X, you could actually use these just as a Bluetooth headset to make phone calls. Sounds crystal clear. I'll be in the gym having mad conversations with these. No problem. Everybody hears me perfectly. So Samsung wins in that department. And last but not least, connectivity. Which one has the best connectivity? And what I mean by that is more options to connect. You got to go with the Bragi Dash. You could connect to Android phones, iOS phones, and Windows phones. If you get the Icon X, you got to have Android. And not just any Android, you got to have Android KitKat or above. All right, so you're pretty limited with the Icon X. With the Bragi Dash, you got more choices. So anyway, hit me up in the comments. Let me know which one y'all like better. If it's up to me, which one is going to be my favorite headphones for the gym? I'm going to go with the Icon X. The Icon X actually sounds better. I don't know if we talked about sound. Let's talk about sound real quick. Which one sounds better? Now, the Bragi Dash, these sound good. They're nice and loud. You get a little bit of bass. The Icon X, when it comes to the music, though, when it comes to the sound of the music, the Icon X sounds a little bit better. You get a little bit more bass. It just sounds better. All right, now, I just tested them out in the house a few minutes ago, just to be safe, to make sure I ain't talking out of my ass, and they sound better. The Icon X definitely sounds better for listening to music. Tested them both with the same phone, with the same song, and I liked it better on the Icon X. Anyway, like I said, for me, if I got to make a choice, I would say the Icon X is still going to be my favorite ones for the gym, simply because of the fact that I like the sound better. And I kind of like that 1.5 hour timer to keep me focused in the gym. But the Bragi Dash, I'm definitely going to be using these two. All right, you can't go wrong with either one. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Shout out to everybody that rock with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know, Stream Gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah, special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat, Flossy_Carter. That's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comments section early. #salute. And shout out to everybody following Xerxes on Instagram @XerxesOnDeck. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces. Spot to the beam up, me and Xerx. You ready, Xerx? Energize.